Deceased Unkillables issue 1 sees Deathstroke taking a $9 million contract in Kentucky, looking to kill a group of arsonists. As he goes to enter the house, a man jumps from the window, quickly trying to rush him, but Blade gives him a bullet to the back of the head. More soon rush out the door, trying to escape, but he kills them, finding that they were running from the zombified horde inside. Slade kills his way through the horde, knowing this wasn't part of the job description, but soon his phone rings, and looking at the bright red screen, he becomes infected as well, ripping at his face as everything goes dark. Suddenly his vision returns and he's strangling a man in the middle of a city, wondering what exactly is going on. At Wayne Manor, Jason Todd returns to the cave, finding blood on the floor as well as the corpses of Batman, Robin and Nightwing. He hears growling, and grabbing his guns, he finds it's only Ace, who after a quick sniff deems Jason isn't a threat. Jason reassures the sad dog that he will give the three a proper burial, so fetching a shovel, Jason buries his friends and family in the cave. Getting to the Batmobile, Jason looks up the other Bat family members, finding that only 2 have heartbeats and are alive. Taking Ace, Jason leaves with the car to go find the remaining Bat family member. On night 2 of the antivirus outbreak in Gotham, Rose Wilson is holed up in her apartment when Slade contacts her, telling her it's time to go. Rose won't, since her powers of seeing into the future show that every time is the same. She opens the door and dies. Slade tells her to use the fire escape and to head to the roof, and don't forget to bring every gun she can carry. He warns her not to look at any screens either, and she won't be stuck on the roof. Suiting up, Rose heads to the roof. Climbing the ladder, her father drops from his chopper as the bat signal activates, causing Slade to warn her not to climb. Suddenly, the infected man-bat slams into Slade's chopper, taking it down as Slade blasts Kirk with his guns. The chopper crashes onto the roof and Slade emerges from the wreckage, alive but injured. Rose thinks that he will soon turn into a zombie thanks to the gash on his arm, trying to stab her father and learning that's not how this particular zombie spreads the virus. Slade also reminds her that his healing factor reverses whatever the virus is. A voice says that he was right about Slade, and turning, the assassins find Mirror Master has been watching them. He tells them that Vandal Savage sent him since he has an offer for them, survival. Slade learns that they will get survival in exchange for their skills being used to protect them. McCulloch says that the goggles that he will give them will protect them from the anti-life equation, giving them both to them and offering his hands to them so they can come into the mirror world with him. Inside the world, they see many different mirrors leading to many gruesome murder scenes, but soon find the mirror that leads them to Vandal Savage, who wonders if Slade has ever heard the story of the tree lobster. He tells them about how a ship ran aground on Lord Howe Island, spreading rats that were on board onto the island, which soon became the island's top predators, killing off the tree lobsters, making humanity think that they were extinct, but they weren't, since they found refuge on Ball's Pyramid, much like how Vandal and his team of villains have found refuge. Creeper says that they are all tree lobsters now, even making shirts and hats and flags up of them, which Vandal finds unnecessary. Creeper says that he also made a theme song, but Slade isn't too impressed with all this, but Vandal says that Creeper can purge the virus from his systems much like Slade, so that's why he was selected. He knows the heroes are going to fail, and they aren't ruthless enough to survive and do what is needed to be done, so when they fail, they will be inheriting whatever is left of the planet when the virus outbreak is over. Back in Gotham, Cassandra Cain, Jim Gordon and Harvey Bullock fight off the zombie horde, with Bullock telling Jim that Cassandra is the only bat coming. Suddenly Bullock is slashed by one of the zombies, beginning to turn as he tells Jim to kill him, but Cassandra breaks his neck as Jim hesitates, telling Jim to act now. Suddenly a Batmobile crashes through the wall and Jason kills more of the zombies, telling them to get in the car. Leaving the GCPD, Jason tells them that his plan is to get out of Gotham, but Jim refuses to leave since his daughter is out there somewhere. Jason says she isn't, getting the car to show Batgirl's signal, which shows her heartbeat has flatlined. Jim doesn't understand, so Jason and Cassandra remove their masks, revealing their identities. Jim puts it all together, realizing that Bruce Wayne and his family were really Batman and the Bat family. Jason says that Damien is alive and in Metropolis, so he is safe, but everyone else is gone. Jim wonders how he is being monitored, and Jason says that Bruce was terrible expressing anything in words and had no consideration for personal boundaries, but he monitored Jim for a reason, and that's because Jim is family. Jim wants to make sure his daughter is really gone. Going to the alley, Batgirl, Batwoman, Catwoman and the others died, finding she has been killed. Cassandra tells him to mourn later and to move now, as Jason finds Joker's corpse, angered since he should have been the one to kill him. Jason refuses to leave yet, grabbing some zip ties and tying Joker's body to the front of the Batmobile as a sick trophy, much to Jim's chagrin. Heading to Bloodhaven, they find the city is completely overrun, with a huge horde gathered at the outskirts, signaling survivors are trapped in a building. Jason wants to keep moving, but Jim wants to help, so Jason disables the car's non-lethal protocols, using the Bat missiles on board to blow away the undead, racing into the city and using the car's computer to open a remote control shutter on the building, finding themselves inside Bloodhaven Orphanage, where a group of children have been holed up, demanding to see the hero's hands. Jason tells them that they are the good guys, but Jim implores him to remove the corpse of the clown killer on the front of the car before saying that they are the good guys. Jim introduces himself as a cop to the kids, telling the others are Batgirl and Robin. The kids' leader Letitia introduces herself, showing them around and telling them that some of their caregivers ran off, while others turned and have been locked up in the gym. She reveals that an unknown hero sealed them inside and barricaded the doors before leaving and never coming back. One of the children asks if they are going to leave as well, but Cassandra says that this is a good fight, and Jim agrees that this is a good place to make a stand, so they will stay and help and are not going anywhere. Deceased Unkillables issue 1 was a great continuation of the Deceased storyline and has helped filling in the blanks of the story and what happened to certain heroes and villains that we didn't really get to see in the mainline Deceased book. I do like that the focus is on characters with healing factors, or people who are made to survive or who have been brought back to life multiple times. I think that's a great angle to take, and I'm looking forward to seeing how the healing factors work within the realm of this whole cure virus sort of thing, since we saw Slade actually get turned but then revert back to normal thanks to his healing powers, so I'm intrigued to see what Vandal and Slade do with that. The dark comedy of the series was really fantastic as well, with the really sick stuff like Jason's Batmobile Joker hood ornament to Creeper's Tree Lobster apparel and theme song. It was all great, and I hope that continues throughout. I'm looking forward to seeing what the 3-issue miniseries does and what other surprise characters we get to see as the world comes to a bloody end. I'm going to give this issue a 9 out of 10.